All right, we finally back after how long we been on?
Too long.
Too long.
Too long.
Life's been lifing and we've been dealing with it, and you know, this ain't our full-time job. So
Yeah.
something had to give, and this was it.
This was it, cuz.
But
we back.
And we back right now. We got some promises we gonna deliver.
Yeah,
don't
our
don't
Instagram about to be popping.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Merch.
But
merch
today,
coming. Tools.
You say tools?
Live shows. We own it. We in here. And we gonna do that.
Yeah.
We coming out with videos every week. Be here.
Okay. But today we discussing Elon Musk. A couple days ago, he made a tweet about how he felt like the word cis was a heterosexual slur, and a lot of people agreeing, a lot of people were disagreeing.
Hit the reverse Uno card.
So we gonna talk about it, how we feel about it, and you know, see what comes out of it.
I'm cool with it. I'm TK, aka Soccer T.
And I'm Darius, aka Dericles.
And this is Mind the Gap.
And this is Mind the Gap.
You late.
We rusted. We rusted. All right, so I'm gonna read the tweet. According to Elon Musk's tweet was, the word cis is a heterosexual slur. Shame on anyone who uses it. And if you're not familiar with this term, cis is generally used with cisgender, and it's to identify whether or not the person identifies whatever sex or gender they were born into. Like if you was a male and you lived your life as a man, then you're cisgender, and if you're a woman and you live your life as a woman, then you'll be considered cisgender. Mm-hmm. And the first issue I have with the tweet is I don't think he understands what the term means.
I think he does.
And you think he said it anyway?
Yeah. I think he does have a full understanding of that. Just like when you say, people have a full understanding of when you say, I'm a biological man.
Yeah.
For some people, when you say that, they get offended when you say that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just saying, I feel offended when I hear the word cis. Same thing like that woman from TYT when she was getting, don't call me a cis anything.
Yeah.
I'm a biological woman. I'm a natural woman. And don't tell me that my
Did she say cis or birthing person?
Birthing person. Yeah. That's what it was. It was birth person. She had a problem with that. Anytime you use titles for stuff and people just feel like you feel what I'm saying?
People feel
it's whatever that person feel. That's why when you sent it to me, I was just like, he's doing the same tactics that everybody else uses. It's just like, bro, we keep coming up with words, which all words are made up, but we keep just changing words that stuff already exists, and they just use other stuff to make it more comfortable for a person. Yeah. Meanwhile, somebody else is not gonna like. It's just like with anything. You can be the best person in the world and do whatever you do everything for everyone. It's gonna be 10 people that don't care for you for whatever the reason is. And the same thing with words or titles that people use. It's just like regardless if they use correctly or incorrectly, somebody not gonna like it.
Somebody ain't gonna like it regardless.
Regardless.
But it's one thing. The reason why I don't think he really understood what he said is because he singled out heterosexuals, even though that term can be used for.
I'll get you. Yeah,
you can be cisgender and be gay. You can be cisgender and be pansexual. That's why I don't think he fully understands what he said.
We should put the.
Yeah. I'll put it down there, and that's why that's what confused me. And like lately, like the more I hear him talk, like the less impressed I am of him. So I'm not, when he said, I was like, I don't really think. I think this is one of the moments where he just said something, and then either if you think Elon's a genius, you're gonna ride what he said, and if you already feel some type of way, you're gonna jump on that, and then vice versa. If you don't like Elon. But either way, factually, I don't like that he said that and didn't like that's not what that means.
That's not what it completely means. Yeah. He partially.
He took that part.
Yeah.
And then was like, this is against this, but even though it applies to like everybody. So now I want to hear.
So is he just saying that when you use that towards a heterosexual man, it's a slur, or was he saying? Or do you think he thinks it's only for heterosexual?
I think he thinks it's only for heterosexual.
Okay.
That's why I would like to hear, like, what do you mean by that? Because do you know that's not
what Twitter's for?
Yeah.
That's not
or X.
Or
that's
X.
not what X is for now. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the X is not for explanation. You know what I'm saying? Unless you go give a large thread, and then most people ain't reading that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, man, it's the same thing that we always do. I think all that is ridiculous to a certain point, man. Just you gotta do that. Even the calling somebody a cis male or a cis female. For me, if a person is offended by that, just let them be offended. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What would you like to be called? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with anybody else. You don't like me calling you. You want to be them. I call you them or whatever the case. So it's the same thing. Whatever you want to be called, be called that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we get too caught up on small things, man. Don't call him homeless. He is unhoused. Yeah. You think he give a shit? You think he care about that?
Here's where I'm in the gray area where I think there needs to be more discussion. Is what's the difference being called something, being referred something? Like, I don't like, are people out here use cisgender, this and that, or are people just in discussion when they're trying to be specific about who they talking about using these terms?
I think it's both. Yeah. And especially if, like, we humans, we have so many different conversations at different times. I think
and also why are people being offended by, like, people being specific? Because if I need to differentiate between, if we're saying that,
are people always being specific though?
From what I can see, it depends on who's kind of having the conversation as well. Because if we're saying that women are women and transgender women are women, and I'm trying to differentiate between, like, what kind of woman I'm differentiating, being specific towards, how do I do that without using specific terms?
They're gonna be mad regardless, no matter what.
I'm saying,
cis. Yeah. Cool. This side is mad.
Yeah.
Biological. This side is gonna be mad. So it's not a thing where everybody's gonna be satisfied. Yeah. You ever seen that episode of Recess when TJ, cool, TJ is the coolest person on
the black kid,
but the black kid, the one black kid didn't like him.
Yeah. That's
how I see everything. This is like, bruh, it's people just not gonna like it regardless. People, like, we went back and we did that thing where, like, black people, when they was talking about, getting rid of segregation, right? They call it communism.
Yeah. That's my thing, though. I don't like people getting mad when they don't have a full understanding of what they're getting mad at.
I'm 100%.
How are you mad at this?
We are minding the gap right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, with people, like, I have, like, people are just, they don't care. They don't look for understanding.
If you're going to be mad at something, know why you mad at it.
Why?
Because you getting mad at a point that's not even there.
They still think these books that they getting rid of have something to do with indoctrinating their children. When most kids don't even read it, they don't read.
They're not reading the books anyway.
They don't read no books
anyway. Them books been on them shelves for years.
Come on, man.
They touch them.
They hear a few things on the news and barely comprehend what they saying, and they feed you stuff to make sure they raise up. They're gonna excite you about stuff you don't even know.
Stuff like that is a problem though, because I'm tired of seeing.
That's why we do the show.
Yeah, like, it's the same, because the same type of rhetoric you see with, like, a lot of politicians, where they'll take something, especially if they don't really fully understand it, and they'll turn it in a way to make the majority feel like they're the victim versus the minority who's actually trying to figure stuff out and progress.
It's always the us versus them method.
Yeah.
On either side. See, with this, that's what I'm saying.
It's not like, it's not like Elon was like, let me fully understand this and, like, word this in a way that I understand it.
Because he already has a problem with political correctness and not being censored when it comes to him. Now, when you look at certain things that he do for us on his own X, it shows on X where this person should be able to say this.
Yeah.
Or that person we've been saying that we feel the same way. Why are you feeling the same way we feel about a different subject?
Yeah.
It's only because the subject is different. Now you
because when somebody calling him out, he putting the kibosh on it.
You feel what I'm saying? That's how people are. People don't even understand they cognitive biases. Like you have to understand that I have those. I have those towards black people.
Yeah.
I automatically have it because I identify with people that look like me.
Yeah.
And I know that.
Yeah.
So I have to identify that when I see something. I'm like, hold on, let me take this part out and then put that in. But that's the problem is people don't do that.
That's a strong cognitive dissonance where you can be like, I'm for free speech, but when somebody say something to you,
how strong?
I don't understand.
You think strong?
I don't understand.
You think that's strong
For him?
For anybody? You think that's a strong thing? You think about Elon Musk. You've seen him on Saturday Night Live. You've seen him on Joe Rogan. We've watched the interviews. We've seen him on NBC. What was that? Was it Yahoo? What Yahoo Finance? We've seen him multiple times do interviews or talk, and he has been incorrect on a lot of things. And we sit here and watch it as if it's so. When he does this, it's not surprising to us who has paid to analyze them and watch them talk. It's just like, okay, this is another one of them things where he's talking half out his ass.
That's why I say it. Every time I see him, I'm less impressed with
like
his,
come on now,
his status as like a genius. Because I'm like, ain't no way you saying this stuff, and you ain't.
You are a genius. You a genius in cars and building stuff, getting other people to do stuff. Like you a genius in that. I would not take that away from him. But when it comes down to social skills, the person who has admitted to have what he say, he got Asperger's.
Yeah.
Which is a thing that most people who have that has a problem with societal things. Now he on a social media.
If you, I'm saying though, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Where's the check? Where's the self reflection?
The only problem I have is the people that's following him.
Yeah.
Not necessarily him, because he got the money and the power to do and say what he wants. Yeah. The problem is the people that's not filtering, like understand. Same thing with Trump. Like, how do we as a people don't get that he's in like
man's
he's having a mental decline.
Yeah.
You have to show your ID to get bread. Where are we doing that at? Biden's gonna start World War II. We already had that.
We already been past that,
you know
my
what I'm
boy.
saying? Like we're he just said today about what did he say? The Nikki Haley thing, when he was like he got on the her about refusing to acknowledge that he was a better president than George Washington and Abraham Lincoln.
What numbers are you going on? Like, what is your metrics?
You know what I'm saying? So so like, just to go back, it was like, bro, we watch these people. The problem is like, bro, I'm listening and paying attention to you. You're not saying things when a person talk, I'm taking away the allure of who we think this person is and looking at him as a human.
Right.
Elon Musk is a human. So when I look at him and I hear him talking, I'm there with him as a member of the audience, but not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, no, that's not.
Which is easier for us to do because we have that degree of separation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then we recognize that. It was like, well, I know he a genius, brother. I love Teslas. Teslas look cool. I would like to have one. But let me talk to him.
I'm so sick of people, bro.
It's the people following them.
That's my line, because so many times, like, what pissed me off about that situation is I know nobody in there took the time and say, hold on.
In there?
Yeah. In that whole thread, like, let me, because there's people in there correcting you, first of all. And then it's like, and then they like, nah. Just like, that ain't what it is. It's like, you're not engaging with the words that are in front of you. You engaging in what you already bring into the conversation.
Yeah, you're not.
That's why I don't like, but them same people like, oh, I'm open-minded. I'm open to the truth. No, you not.
Those people those are the same people who listen to respond, not listen to learn.
Yeah.
Those are the same people. You just doing it over a keyboard at that point. You know what I'm saying? That's all those people are. People like I don't like the term cis. Don't call me no cis man. I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that. So just call me a biological male, just call me a man, or just call me
I don't think they call you a cis male.
Or just call me TK.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just call me TK and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And that should be respected. Just like anything else should be respected.
What should they refer to you as, though?
TK. I am TK. That's it. Or Tremaine. Are you talking about my makeup?
Yeah. Like if they having a biological, if they trying to make because the like I was saying earlier, that's the context I hear that language in. When they having those conversations about different type of people and they makeup and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a biological man. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. But that's the thing though. It's a question of sex and gender identification. It's not just biological man. It's
I'm not just a man. Just call me a man then. That's the gender I choose to be. Just a man. That's it. You ain't got to put nothing in front of it. You ain't got to put nothing behind it. Just a man. A biological man.
If the question is, because there's men out there who don't subscribe to that's what I'm saying. It's very specific in what like they're trying to identify. It's
in my opinion,
are you a male that identifies with your manhood or being a man?
Just a man. I don't need that. There's no specifics in that because I don't go with none of them roles. So it's like I don't think I'm this type of man or that type of man. I just feel like I am this man, a biological man. That's it. I'm just a TK. I'm just a Tremaine that walks around on the earth that does things that he like to do. I don't have no roles or no gender roles. Nothing. So I don't even like certain titles that are for heterosexual man for myself, which we already discussed about those things. I don't
like what?
Like the ideal of a man has to pay for everything or he's not a man. Or the idea that I like for me, you know, I don't like getting my hands dirty.
Yeah.
So fixing cars is not my thing.
Yeah. Facts.
Like my hands getting dirty is like a thing. So like
you know I keep that spray on me, dog.
Boy,
you know I keep that spray on me, dog.
Certain things as a man that I just don't like or subscribe to. So I'm just TK. I have this is my character, this is my personality.
That's not really the same thing that's happening in that discussion though.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand that much, but I still that those discussions for me are just as important as the things that men and women want in a relationship. What you think a man should do? I'm just TK, man. When I'm in a relationship, I do these things in a relationship. I'm not a provider. I don't do the 50-50 thing. I just do things that I
But in that conversation, it wouldn't be accurate of what they're trying to get at in that conversation.
So what would they be trying to get at? So what would you be? What would you identify?
I'd probably be a cisgender heterosexual male.
Probably. But what would you be?
That.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm being specific. Like if they're because what I'm saying is if they're like saying if we're talking about gender studies and gender identities, that's the category we would fall in.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. Strictly that, not the ideal of what a man and a woman is supposed to be and all that. That's just I'm being specific. Just like that's what it is. Like I'm black, you black.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. I don't have a problem being called black. Same way I don't have a problem being just like I'm a man that identifies.
But would you say would you rather be black, African American, or a color?
Probably black.
Yeah.
I like black.
So what's the difference with that and me saying, hey, I'm just a man? Rather being more specific as an African American man.
What I'm saying is I don't care. If you call me African American, that's actually more specific than me being black.
Yeah.
So I just prefer black. But I'm not gonna be upset that you call me African American.
Yeah.
You just being more specific is my point. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have a preference as long as you're trying to be exact. But you already know how I am when it comes to being Just be correct.
Yeah.
You know, is what I care about.
Yeah. I don't care about that. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't care about it. It's not a big deal to me. I don't know why we making a big deal about labels and titles and stuff. I don't care. I'm just a black man.
We just here trying to exist, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just be a lot of it's people are funny, man. It's just watching people and how they react and like how we get caught up on stuff that's just like ultimately when our motto is just like let people be.
Let people be.
As long as they not hurting you.
I don't care, bro. I like a lot of that stuff, bro. We really fight over the minuscule things. Like even with this conversation, when he said it, it was just like I don't really. Those conversations, when they have those conversations, I'll be like, I don't know. We got 12 different genders. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I don't care.
Be correct is what I care about.
For me, I don't even care.
I got a problem. Boy.
I don't care if you correct.
I do.
Or not, as long as you ain't talking to me. But or it's affecting me. When it gets to the point where it's affecting me, it's like, okay, now we doing something kind of wrong here. Like, you know what I'm saying? That this is not okay. But as far as like being correct, like if I feel like those kind of like when people have those gender conversations or those like we were discussing like those roles conversations, I will get enough into it to see if it's important. And if I don't feel like it's important, it's like, man, that's not information. Like even with us talking about, you ask me what do I identify? I don't know, dog. Just a black man. That's all. That's all it is to me.
I think I've been privileged enough where you know what I'm saying. Well, I haven't had to think about it. I've just been existing, my guy. I've just been existing.
Like with all this other stuff that we got going on and thinking about, and I'm good with I think the biggest takeaway from me is, but I do agree with what you're saying. Be correct when you speak about things or be specific on a thing if you choose to have that fight. You You know what I'm saying? Like what he did. You took a stand on something, and it doesn't seem like you know what you're talking about, or you do, but you didn't explain well enough to for us. It's like, man, what did you mean by that?
Because if he took time to explain, we might be like, you know what?
I understand.
Because he might not even. Because a lot of times when people say stuff, that's not even what they really mean. What you write may not reflect what it truly is that you mean in the first place.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, he does that a lot.
Yeah, so. Until he'll be like, then he'll come back later and be like, you know what, I really meant this or something like this.
But to what I'm saying, I think there's more important things than to be fighting over stuff like this.
For sure, depending on who you are. Because, you know, like I said, we ain't worried about it because it don't really affect us. But if that's your struggle or, you in that fight or whatever, by all means.
Yeah, that's your struggle now.
Yeah.
If that's your
get
fight.
At him.
If
get
that's
at
your
him.
fight, by all means. But in my opinion.
But as far as I'm gonna fight for you, I just want to be accurate.
Yeah, like does this, like for me, like when we talked about it the other day when we was talking about like this homeless man, you think he care about him?
Could not care.
You calling him unhoused, or like, which one do you think it would be more important to this
you
man?
think he more concerned about eating that day or whether or not you call him
unhoused?
Now when his knees met, he's like, all right, now watch your mouth. That's something different.
You think they really care? You think that's a big thing to them, or you think that? I think
that's people, like we said, there's people getting mad on other people's behalf.
Yeah.
And I get it, it depends on the person, because some people, they just want to make a scene and like get shine for themselves. And then there are some people that's like, nah, we want some people to have more dignity than the other. But I think the way to give them dignity is to help them out their situation and not necessarily like, because unhoused and homeless is the same.
It's the same thing, but you just got, you know what I'm saying? Like you just.
Well, kind of. I mean.
It's not, but it's really, it doesn't take or add anything.
Yeah, it doesn't change their situation.
It doesn't only change the situation. It doesn't even change the way we look at them.
Yeah.
It don't even change that much. I see if it changed the way we look at them. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't. It just makes us. You just make this a harder conversation.
Yeah.
More so than anything else. So it's like, man, are you donating? Because if you're not, then this conversation
doing all this rah-rah, and he's like, well, what have you done for him? I'm doing it now. Unhoused.
And I could be wrong, but that's how I feel about this situation. It's just like, bro, we give too much attention for something like, unless like what you said is everybody has a struggle and that's somebody's struggle. But even with this, bro, take Elon Musk's words with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is, man, don't expect just because a person is a genius in one area means he's a genius in other areas, or he understands the world that's around them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're a genius or you very specific in one area, it takes away a lot from another area.
Michael Jordan is a terrible owner.
Here we go.
Terrible owner.
You know what I'm saying?
Terrible owner. Fantastic player. So couldn't pick talent to save his life.
Kanye, great beat maker.
His politics. Politics, boy. Something else, dog.
I'm not rocking with it. So yeah, man.
Hitler. Terrible painter.
He was a terrible painter?
I don't know. I know it ain't worked out. Something else worked out though.
Speaking of Hitler.
Yeah. We're gonna get in that conversation too. But anyway, that was your final thoughts?
Yeah, my final thoughts, man. Yeah. Just know what you're talking about when you're talking about it. Like me, I don't understand none of that stuff, and I don't care to.
Yeah. Me, I understand that, with people like Elon, the issue is with him saying stuff like that, because people listen to him is a problem. And I just want you to be accurate. If you're gonna jump out the window, be accurate. And if you're gonna listen to somebody, check yourself to make sure the person you following is accurate.
Let me piggyback off that right there. He has a point when he say it's because he got people that listen to him, and on the back end of that, which he says, don't listen to people that only good in one area. Just because a person's famous, just because a person's good at something, don't mean they right in everything.
Yeah. I think a good hint is if that's not a person's area, then double check what they said. If it ain't,
double check it anyway.
Yeah, double check it regardless.
Double check it anyway.
But especially if like, I'm less likely to double check something Neil deGrasse Tyson is talking about when he started talking about planets and orbits and all this other stuff.
I feel comfortable.
I feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I might look into a little bit, but I'm not gonna be like, ain't no way Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. If Elon was like, we got a new model Tesla come out, these are the features, I'm like, good on you, bro.
What's my man name who was beefing with Neil? Bobby, what's the dude name?
What were they beefing about?
You remember him and Neil had the beef, the rap beef?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He had a rap beef with somebody?
Yeah, the dude kept saying the earth was flat.
That's vaguely.
Come on, man.
Oh, you talking about B.O.B.?
B.O.B.
Yeah,
Bob,
yeah.
Bob.
Yeah.
I'm less likely to take the information I get from Neil and get the information I get from him.
Between the two.
You know what I'm saying? Between the two, I'm like, okay, this person.
I'm gonna check both, but
he has great lyrical content. But when you get to talking about the earth is flat, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna go with the scientist.
I'm gonna go with it. I would go with Neil, but yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna listen to Neil deGrasse about rhyme pattern. I'm gonna go to B.O.B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Depending on what he say, because Neil take something and then like break the science down. This is why the vibrations of the rhythm pattern really stimulates your eardrums or something like that.
Him.
Yeah.
Not so much B.O.B.
Yeah.
But man, just be careful who you listen to, man. That's it. That's the gap.
Man.
That's the gap for the day. Know who you listening to.
Yeah, double check.
You know
double check, man.
Not everybody know what you talking about. Double check us. I'll say I don't know some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of stuff I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know how to look it up. I'll tell you that.
I know how to do that.
I'll tell you that.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know how to look it up, we got a
course coming that you can buy.
Got a critical thinking course coming up. Oh, we gonna do some numbers.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We on the road.
Gonna teach you how to think, bro.
But that's it. I ain't got nothing else, man.
That's all I got.
All right. I'm TK, aka Soccer T.
I'm Darius, aka Derek Cleese.
Like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Mind the Gap.